Hello Gemini, welcome to my channel, Sarah Angel Tarot. This is your reading. I'm looking for new energies, okay? New energies and positive energies for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. See what the energies are. It's going to be a 5-card spread, like I said, and it will not resonate with everyone. But I also give the 3 pick-a-pile card reading at the end for love. And for, like a twin flame message or a soulmate message, things of that nature. But let's see what the incoming energy is. 7 of Cups. You are just not liking all the offers given to you. You feel like that's all that's given to you, or like options and offers that you just don't care for, For some, it's also known as the debauchery card. You're just not into it right now of, just going for one thing in a relationship. That's what you're feeling. For some of you, you may feel like someone just wants one thing from you, and you're just kind of wanting a little bit more, or something more deep, or at least someone you at least like better, Past position is, chains, being stuck on something, being tied to the hip, obsessiveness for some of you, addictions. It's all those things, but it also could be a Capricorn, so it's in the past position. I do clarify these. Obstacle, you're trying to get your overall wealth or overall stability with the 10 of Pentacles. Doesn't mean it's not achievable. It means it's just your obstacles, what you're going for, so you probably have to work a little bit harder. Current environment, you may be spending a lot more money. You may be having trouble saving. You're trying to save. It's called holding back, keeping things that are yours, trying to accumulate money in some ways. Outside influences coming towards you. The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands could be male or female, okay? Could be like a Sagittarius energy or Leo energy. It could be Aries also. I don't get... when we're reading for the masses, it's basically a fire energy. I feel like it's most likely an energy of passions, of someone that is unable to commit in some way. They like you, this person may like you, but they're also not exactly the most committed type person, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. But I'm going to clarify. You're going to make a final decision on something with the Eon. You're just going to make a final decision what you want to do in the end. I'm going to find out more in just a minute. Like I said, I also give a love reading. Let's see what's going on here. I do shuffle these prior before turning on the video to meditate on the cards for each and every sign. But what I'm seeing here is you got that you're chained to a situation. You feel stuck. You feel like some of you may be obsessing over something. Could have to do with money. It could be having to do with someone you're dealing with, like I said, is non-committal, and that you must make a final decision. So you may be like really in your head about what you should do. So the Devil, that's what it is, chains. I need 2 cards, please, for Gemini. 2 cards. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. New energies, positive energies for Gemini. I need 2 cards. There's one to come out. We'll let it. Passionate new beginning. Someone may be obsessing on that. And coming out of taking a break. Someone, you may be wanting to start a passionate new beginning, or someone else is. Could have, like I said, it could be to do with a Capricorn, or someone you feel really chained to, feel like you can't get over in some way. And you want to come out of taking a break, or they want to come out of taking a break with you in the past position. The obstacle, though, is the 10 of Pentacles. You're going for your overall wealth. You're going for some of you, overall money. Maybe you're just fixated on work. So the 10 of Pentacles, I need 2 cards, please, for Gemini as the obstacle position. 2 cards, please. Maybe an ending occurred. Could have to do with your job with the 7 of Pentacles. That could be that your job you're just not making enough money on work. Maybe a lot of you have been off work, with the events that are going around. But some of you actually may have lost your job, or lost something, or something came to an end that had to do with your money situation. So current environment is the 4 of Pentacles. You're trying to save all you can, but it seems like it's just flying out the door, your money. There it is again. Trying to release that old chained up energy. You're trying to become unchained from something, but it's like the more you try to do it, the more it's like you get stuck in something. So I need another card for that. This is the current events. You're trying to save money, but like I said, it's taking wings. That could be you, Knight of Swords in reverse, feeling like no matter what you do or how hard you try, it's like I said, it's like, you know, things just go flying out the door, and you're trying to save, and you're trying to get yourself together when it comes to finances and things of that nature. You're not seeing all this. Let me get this even. But I can see where you're having an issue there, but it's like you resolve something at the end. You make a final decision, but what you got coming towards you is something is not really committed towards you, whether it's people or just the energy around you. So, Knight of Wands in reverse. I need 2 cards, please, for Gemini. 2 cards. Yeah, this person is not committed. If you're wanting, they want a stable. They say they're gonna say to you, "Well, I want a new beginning. I want a passionate beginning. I want a new stable beginning that has to do with, and I'll help you out with your money." But it seems like they never come through. Whoever you're dealing with on the outside, whether it be, like I said, a relationship, job, or whatever, you're always being promised something, and then they just like kind of sputter out. They just don't, come through. So you're making a final decision on what you need to do. Let's find out. We get more information with the Eon. Making a final decision what you need to do in life. 2 cards, please, for Gemini. Yeah, growth, blessings coming in. Dealing with manipulative people too. You're making a decision over a manipulative person. Yeah, you're definitely making a decision over someone that's being manipulative, or you feel like they're being unfair. You feel like they're not putting the work towards you, and you're looking for growth. You've got an option coming up. It looks like you're in like this, where you're making a final decision to stay where you're at with this situation, or to move forward passionately so you can get your blessings and to get away from trickster type people, from people that aren't working with you. So it looks like you're going to do that. You're going to actually go possibly, I think, for a passionate new beginning, because you're looking for growth, and you don't like the Magician in reverse. Yeah, Ace of Swords. I don't think you're going to really talk to this person much. They're going to be offering you all kind of stuff. They're going to say, "Yeah, baby, I'm going to help you out." And then, like I said, they just don't come through. And it's like you're spending money, you're worried about it, and you're trying to become unchained from a negative situation that had to do with your finances. Like I said, some of you could have lost your employment or just money in general. But it looks like you make a final decision to move forward again passionately with something, okay? So you are going to make a final decision to move forward to something a little bit better for you. And I'm going to give you a love reading. But it looks like whatever that decision is, maybe we'll pick it up in the next reading at the end of the month. But it looks like a lot of you are going the right way in what you need to do and getting rid of the negatives, moving forward again. Make sure I got all these cards right. They're not all right. Let me see. This is not the angel. I should mix the... You know what? I may do that. Should I mix 2 cards up? No, I'll just go with the one for now. I may start mixing these both up, the angel answers and the angel romance. Make them one big pile. But that sounds like a good idea. So I need 3 cards. You can pick a pile. You can pick a pile. But I bring them all together. It's going to be 3 cards for the love reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, about love. Tell me about love for Gemini. 3 cards, please. That wants to come out. I'm going to let it. It wants 2. I'm going to let it. I need 2 more cards. That's the first pile. Remember, I turn them over so you could like pick it without being swayed by what the card actually says. I want you to go by the energy, okay? So I need 2 more cards for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Or pick a pile. Like I said, I bring them all together anyway. So stick with me, and we'll give an interesting read. Hopefully it works out. I need 3 cards from the House of Secrets, 8th House Tarot. 3 cards for the pick a pile. 3 cards, please. And I'm going to do the twin flame messages too. this time. I don't do them every week or every month because sometimes it's just not a twin flame situation out there. And this, but it's a fun card. It's a fun deck, so I use it. So 3 cards for the twin flames for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Maybe they'll tell us more about that decision you're making too, because it looks like you are. I think you're going to move passionately forward, because I don't see you liking that trickster type situation where someone is just not putting in the work. Let's see what we got here. This one, unlikely. Yeah, the person you're dealing with, it's unlikely you're going to trust them. And some of you may decide to walk away in this section. And they wish they could take back the things they said, or you may be thinking this. But it looks like it's unlikely you can trust this person in this pile with this past person is non-committal. If it is a relationship situation, unlikely you're going to be able to trust them again. You're just going to walk away. And this one, no. 5 of air. So you may be saying no to, this says no to fighting. No, you're not going to put up with fighting and arguing with the 5 of air. And that's a pretty grievous type arguments, you know. But the connection, the reason why you're fighting is probably, or that you had been fighting with this person, is because you got a strong, passionate connection. And sometimes there's too much passion. That's when, you know, even the arguments can get out of control because they're so passionate towards each other. So, no more fighting. It's saying here, if you're going to be with somebody, no more fighting, because it really affects them and it really affects you. So you're going to have to fix this situation. Maybe it's a final decision not to fight anymore, not to deal with trickster type situations. Like I said, I'm going to bring them all together. There is something better out there for you. 7 in Earth. Because, you know, what you were dealing with was a failed situation. And the reason why it probably didn't work, or the way they're acting the way they are, if this is a lover situation, is because your intensity, your passions frighten them. At the same time, they want to be with you, but they're scared at the same time. Like I said, someone promised you like the world, and then they just like fizzle out. So bringing these together, like I said, pretty much unlikely to trust this person. They're just not putting in the work for you. Someone keeps on walking away, or you're going to walk away, and you're wishing you could take some things back, or they wish they could take things back. But it just comes into arguments every time you meet up with each other. But every time you talk, because their passions are so high between you, the connection affects them. It's like, you know, affects you and affects them. So they're really passionate towards you. At the same time, you clash. So it's like there is something better coming for you, okay, Gemini? If you're dealing with somebody you constantly fight with and you walked away from, but you still think about them, and often at times it's a karmic situation. I may pick a soulmate card for you, because I feel like this is really a karmic situation where you can't let each other go, or you're having trouble letting each other go, and you know you have to. But there is something better, someone else coming along for you, Gemini. Even though you feel like, you know, everything has failed you. I see like there's a failure card there with the 7 of Pentacles. This is also the 7 of Pentacles. So you will meet somebody, even though this situation failed, there is something better coming along, is what I'm trying to say. And it's just, the intensity is just got too much for the both of you. I see a lot of passion between you and another person. And the Knight of Wands, even in reverse, is a very passionate person. They just don't commit, and there's a lot, and they seem to run away or walk away and promise you this and promise you that, and then don't come through. So there is something better coming along, but you got to find a decision to make whether you want to stay with this person or move on to something better. Okay? Let me get a twin, not a twin flame, a soulmate card. Let me see what you were to each other. Sometimes this deck works and sometimes it don't. I didn't see a soulmate actual card, but I feel that it's very karmic because of the passions that are there. So I need a card, just one card, because I bought these together. Soulmate. What are they to Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this person? What were they to each other? It says forgiveness. You reunite it because this is soulmate section. I think it's a soulmate, like I said. In the past, this happened, you know, in a past life, this happened before, where someone walked away, it was too passionate, and things were left unsaid. And when you leave things unsaid, you relive the situation all over again. So someone needs to forgive in their heart, even though it's difficult, whether they have to forgive or you have to forgive, so you can move on from a karmic situation onto something better, something that comes along. Let me rock the boat. I'm going to pull another card. There is forgiveness to be had in this lifetime if you want to, but that was what was left undone, was you didn't forgive each other in the past life. So I need another card, please. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising with this past life person. Biblical. You went way back. You went way back with each other. Went all the way back to biblical times. But there was something was left unsaid, and it had to do with forgiveness. Someone hurt the other, or maybe you hurt each other, and it stopped right there, but it was unfinished business. Things were not, the other person didn't get to say what they needed to say or do what they needed to do. So now it's happening again, but it's like they're repeating it, you know, with the same passions, but this time it's forgiving your heart if you can. If you can. I know it's really hard to do, but it's up to you. Just realize that something better is coming along if you do release this, and that as long as you make that final decision, what you are going to do, whether to stick with where you're at, the person, or to go forward, you do make a final decision. But some of you may actually stay with this person because it's karmic. Keep on trying, and others will walk away. But I do see it's still going on for some of you, okay? It's still going on. Now I'm going to give you another reading, and we'll see what we can do about this, because it's just telling me you got to make a decision, okay? I'm going to let this go, and I'll talk to you later, okay? Bye.